Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me today for another episode of the Chronically Empowered Mom Podcast. Or if you're watching this on YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm very excited that you joined me today. This is a very different episode that I'm going to be recording for you today. It is about the power of AI and artificial intelligence. And actually, what just happened before I recorded this, actually during the beginning of me recording, my shark robot, right, my shark robot vacuum, who helps me to clean this house because I really can't go around and vacuum like I used to with two crutches. She was coming on by, and usually if she comes by, she might get stuck on something, or she'll tell me that something's stuck underneath her. There is no perfect science for a robot. It is not going to get up and clean itself. It's not going to bring itself back home. It doesn't have the intelligence that humans have yet. So it was a perfect opening to this episode, which I had to record over because it just fell apart and I just had to go and take care of her. She came in and she was trying to dock on the station, and she doesn't see very well. So it does have to have light, and I think there's 3 eyes on the unit, and don't quote me, I don't know if I'm correct in that, but it does have to have light so that it can see where it's going and to see if it's going to bump into anything along the way. If it bumps into stuff, it's going to pretty much scan it and know where it is next time a little bit better. So she was just back and forth bumping into stuff, and I couldn't quite possibly record with her going on and causing a commotion, so I just stopped recording. And when I did, I noticed that there was an AI assistant waiting for me in my blog where I had to look at my last post because I needed to see what the episode number was. And this one is going to be 25. So I, just needed to make sure that I could see the episode number, because when I go to record, look, I am not scripted. I don't believe in that. I need an outline of what I'm going to do, because just like if you get up on a stage, right, you're a performer like I used to be, you need to know what's going to be going on up there on the stage before you're in front of an audience, so that you can have an optimal program and so that everything is well practiced and rehearsed, because you do have to respect the audience's time. So, but I like to go up there not well rehearsed, but just kind of have an idea of what I'm going to say and speak from my heart. And I thought about it, like, what is near and dear to my heart this week when I want to record for you. And this just came in yesterday's mail. Okay, this is an Amazon Prime box. Didn't drop by drone. It was actually delivered by somebody up the wet steps. It's been raining here for like 4 or 5 days. I feel like I live in Seattle or on the West Coast, maybe even London. But anyways, this box was delivered, and I opened it up. I haven't opened the box completely yet, but I see what's waiting for me on the back. Okay, I ordered them, and I've been waiting for them to come because I have a workshop coming up next week on manifestation. I call it Manifestation Magic. I wanted to make sure that I had enough copies of my gratitude journal with me. This is the 90-day guide to cultivating positivity and embracing empowerment. And this was manifested by me. There I am, straight from the gym, as I am now and every day. It's just, something that I needed, and I made sure that I had some copies with me if anybody wanted to have. So this is the box with the author copies, and I know, unboxing it now, I have some books with me. Oh my goodness, one of these in here, and my latest edition. Oh my God, this is my journal. Wait, there's another copy of this in there. I don't know. I ordered 20. They may have sent me 18, and these are the extra 2. But look at what else is in this box. Okay? I needed a journal because I'm always writing on books like this. Small 6x9 books. And I never really know what date it was, where my note was. It's just an easy size for me to kind of move around with and write my notes on. So I created this journal with a photograph that I created in artificial intelligence because, god damn it, every photograph that I want to use, whether it's Pixabay or even from Canva, which I love using, they're either never high enough quality or I don't really own the copyrights to use them for commercial use. So here is my new journal. Okay, this is my Lotus journal. I created this in artificial intelligence with the Canon 5D lens that, the camera, and a lens that I wanted. And it's got a little shadow underneath it. So I created this photograph of a lotus, which is really the flower that symbolizes manifestation. Reason being, check out that saying, no mud, no lotus, right? There's no work, you're not going to get anything beautiful. So same thing with manifestation. You want stuff, ask the universe, but you got to put the work in. Oh, I love my journal. And inside, I have all my lined pages. Can you see them? This is a no content book, okay? And there's 120 pages where I can just let my thoughts flow freely. This is so important to me. My gratitude journal that I manifested and I created has pages that I created. It is not a no content book. It is a medium content book, right? So on every page there is a quote about gratitude. This one is, what separates privilege from entitlement is gratitude. Brene Brown's awesome quote. Every page has a quote about gratitude. Some books I'd seen had motivational sayings. I just thought that gratitude statements were just so powerful enough. I wanted those to appear on every page. And there were graphics on them, like a sun and a moon when you write whatever it is that you do. Your affirmation spot, 3 things that you're grateful for every morning. And I've been filling this in. And today's affirmation was, I am unstoppable. And that's totally true. That is my word for the day. I'm unstoppable. Okay, so here are my Lotus journals, which I was waiting for. I was praying that they would be ready for my workshop next week because I know that there might be some interested people. I'm not looking to make $1 million off of these. It's not my intention at all. I just know that I had a need and I wanted to create them, and I did. And it just goes to prove to you, you want anything, you just got to put in the time, set your intention, be grateful for what you have. It's all going into my workshop next week. I'm super excited. That was great. Thank you. May I please go back to artificial intelligence? Thank you. Yes, so this graphic was created with artificial intelligence. I gave it the command that I wanted. I used Mid-Journey for this one. And it was really my first kind of foray into creating more than just words and ideas. So for my podcasts, sometimes I will ask artificial intelligence like ChatGPT to come up with a summary. I will ask it to clean up a transcript that was written for me by the buzzsprout.com that I'm using to host my podcast. They have a lot of artificial intelligence tools that you can use. There's Magic Mastering, which masters my audio so that this sounds really good when it gets to your ears. But there are also some tools like transcribing and coming up with a podcast description based on what it hears, and also a podcast title. Now, I usually take that stuff in to ChatGPT and I will rewrite it a bit. I will have it generate some ideas for me, but usually the title that it comes up with it doesn't quite get it right. It doesn't understand, as a human being, what is most important and what is the true meaning of the podcast. It happened especially with my cousins who are still traveling cross country in their RV camper. They kind of missed the artificial intelligence, ChatGPT, and also Buzzsprout just missed the human nature, and that they were just going to do this in retirement, and they were just going to be free. And there's no free. I mean, AI just doesn't get that idea, right? So it was just pretty much cut and dry what it was. So there's sometimes, some things that I have to step forward and really rewrite, but ChatGPT does a good job. Now, I'm going to tell you this. So I created this no content book. I also signed up for BookBolt, which is a platform that I wanted to use to create journals and just stuff that you really don't have to write, like I did my book on smartphone photography and visual marketing secrets, which was a bestseller on Amazon. Okay, back about 9 years ago. It was great. That was my book that I did, and I did it the tried and true way. I used CreateSpace. I had a book editor, the really old-fashioned way to write a book. And it wasn't an old-fashioned way because that was before they had computers and internet and all that kind of stuff, that you can find somebody on Fiverr to do something for you, to promote it in social media, right? It was good for what it was, but it was nowhere near where it is now. So I used BookBolt to just kind of create the journal, like the no content stuff that's inside this book. Okay, I needed that because I write on that. It's exactly what's in my notebook, right? So created a composition notebook for my son with his help on one of his favorite characters. I guess it's just a theme. It's called Skibbity Toilet. Now, if you never heard of that, look up Skibbity, Skibidi, Toilet on YouTube, and you will not only see videos from Defuk Boom, who is an animator that really wanted to make it in the world of animation. So he created this fictitious character and characters in it, and just makes a series. And people are waiting with bated breath for the next episode to come out. And there's a bunch of people who make videos about his videos. So it's like never ending, whether it's those videos that he's watching or the commentary on the videos. My son is just entranced. He's 8 years old. So, but that's what is now. So I wanted him to see what more there is, because I know he's pretty high tech and he loves to create stuff. He loves ChatGPT. In fact, he helped me create some of the visuals for something that I'm working on right now. And I wanted more of his help. He is a big gamer. The kid used to love to play chess. When COVID happened the first time in 2020, he was in kindergarten. Now, it was kind of tough because I didn't know what to do with him. We couldn't really go out in the summer, and it was just, couldn't really go out and, to school. His poor preschool has been open so many years, closed. And I had found that kids love chess at 5 years old. There are some gifted children, so I wanted to see. Sure enough, he was hooked. So once he found games, though, after that, he could still play chess. But I'm going to say he's a gamer, and a lot of kids are. But he's into designing the games, too, and the stories and all that kind of stuff. So he loves ChatGPT. So hold that thought, right? So there's this artificial intelligence that helps you with the words and builds stories and creates great ideas for you that you could never think of, helps you write letters and get stuff going for you. But don't live in it. Don't use it as a substitute for writing and your own creativity. So I wanted to be able to have a way to create better images for the stuff that I was creating, like this, and also like this journal, right? See this image that's there? I used it as the whole image for the book. This image of the sun, this was a sunrise, came from Pixabay, and it came on Amazon KDP, where I published this book by myself. Sorry about that. I didn't turn off the do not disturb on. No, I did. I don't even know why it's coming in. Sorry about that. If you hear a ding, apologize. But so this gratitude journal has this image that works, but I wanted to have a little bit better control of it. And I also got very much into coloring books because I wanted to see what other kind of low content books there were. There are puzzles that you could create. You don't really have to think too cerebrally when you're writing something like that, right? You just plug it into a program and you do it. And BookBolt purchased this puzzle maker. So I was like, maybe I'll do that at some point with my son. So I just started more and more looking at these coloring books, and I wanted him to create one with me. So I was looking for something that would create visuals. And there were a couple of options, right? ChatGPT is owned by this parent company, OpenAI. And there is a visual generator on there that is artificial intelligence. It's called DALL-E, DALL-E. It's not very intuitive, and you have to kind of pay per generation things that you want generated. So it really wasn't what I was looking for. Then I looked on YouTube, because when in doubt, look on YouTube and see who else has done it already. So there's something called Leonardo.ai, and I checked into that. But there was something that I kept coming back to, and it was called Midjourney. And Midjourney seems like the place that it's at. So I'm really learning as much as I can about this platform, and I came upon a course. And this course is just incredible. I'm going to post a link to it. Catherine, she has a link. She created Imagine Crystal, and it's just everything that I wanted. She's got some videos on YouTube, and again, I'm going to post a link below this video for you. It'll be an affiliate link, and you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but it's just a great way to be introduced to how you can use Midjourney to create these fantastic coloring books. And I've been starting to create these images, and I have some on my phone that I could not believe that I did. I was just hooked. And about all of yesterday, I was trying to generate these images, and I couldn't believe it how easy it was. So I created an image of a gingerbread cat. I wanted to see what it would come up with. So here are 4 images of this gingerbread cat, right? So there are 4 different images, different eyes, different muzzle, different part of the face, and a couple of them are smiling. My mom didn't care for the bottom, what is that, left or right? The one with the green, because it looks like a mask. Number 1, which is up here, has the muzzle, but like there's highlights in the eyes. And if you're listening to this podcast, just check out this video. I'm going to be posting it on my episode for the show notes. And I just couldn't believe it. It looks like an actual photograph, right? It's amazing. So I can, generate whatever I want to. And if I don't, the only thing that I need to do is to come up with the prompt. And there are infinite prompts, infinite styles, compositions, things that you would never even have thought of that you can come up with. So I've just been watching her course and watching some YouTube videos of some other pros too. And it was well worth the investment for me because this is something that I love. And I'm going to sum this up in this statement here. This is why I had to record this podcast for you today. So I've been doing a lot of thinking, and over the years I've done some very interesting things with my career and as a person. When I was younger, I was a personal trainer. It was one of my first career choices. I was not certified early on in my career. I only got certified later on when I was personal training privately, and needed to get insurance and all that stuff. But anyway, so I learned for what I needed to do in the world of personal training and physical fitness. When I was a vocalist, I had to learn what I needed to in order to be able to entertain an audience, be smart about it, make sure that I was doing it right. And, that was that part of my career, but I had to learn everything that I needed to. No matter what it was, if it was being a vocalist, if it was being a personal trainer with my own business as an entrepreneur, I was always having to market myself. And I'm very lucky that when I went to college, I got a degree in marketing management, because no matter what career you're in, every business is going to have to market itself. It's just a fact, right? So I always thought that I would have a love for marketing, and the visuals of, I understood that, you really have to understand that you have a second to get somebody's attention, and you have 7 times before you actually get someone's attention. Studies have shown. Okay, so somebody has to see an ad about 7 times before it will register, and they can have a recall of what company that was, what the message was about. So anyway, visuals are very important. So words are incredibly important, but before people are going to see words, they're going to see your picture, because a picture is worth 1,000 words. So this was the missing piece of the puzzle. No matter what I create, if it's coloring books, if it's journals, if it's blog posts or anything, I'm going to need those visuals. So until I understood the importance of Midjourney, and again, now that's the one that's very popular right now that I'm grabbing onto. Midjourney is the way to go. Until I realized the importance of that, boy, my words were just kind of out there with everybody else. But it seems like people are going to start to learn more and more about it. But specifically, my niche, I would love to be a bestseller in the coloring book category. And you can have a lot of categories for coloring books, because think about it. If you have a friend, say, a bodybuilder, whatever, I have friends that are, you may want to get them some kind of a gift at some point, whatever it may be here. So I created some images of some gingerbread bodybuilders, bodybuilding cookies, right? Here's another one. I don't know what happened to his calves in that picture, but again, this is artificial intelligence creating this for me. And this guy looks pretty happy with his gingerbread cookie. It's a funny picture. So, at some point, everybody's going to need some kind of a gift, right? So if you want to give somebody a gift, you may give them a coloring book, right? It seems like a pretty easy idea. So I thought that I might have some fun generating some images for not only the coloring pages, whether they're for adults, whether they're for kids, whether I'm filling them with information, facts, jokes, activities, whatever. You also have covers that are going to be a little bit more eye-catching. Instead of just a plain coloring page, you might have the high-resolution photograph of that coloring page, which AI can generate for you too. So I am very excited about the possibilities of artificial intelligence, especially in creating visuals beyond just ChatGPT. Now, I did upgrade to ChatGPT 4 this morning. My son, 8 years old, was so excited to wake up this morning because he was, Mommy, can we do ChatGPT now? Mommy. He was so excited to think that, maybe I'm on the right track with him, because he totally wowed his teacher yesterday. Matter of fact, I'm going to get up for a second, because the picture that I want to show you is off camera. Here we go. Oof, I'm sorry for that bang. Apologize. That hurt me a little bit more than it hurt your ears. Just remember that. So I hope you feel good right now. So here's a visual. This is a coloring page that my son made for his teacher, Ms. Allen. Okay? He actually added the text in Canva with me, and I helped him add little word bubbles. And it was just a sloth. This is the image that Midjourney created. He picked this comic strip. He wanted to do a sloth cartoon coloring book page, and it just chose a comic book style for him for this image. It generates 4 images. This one was what it had. Now, Midjourney does not create text. It doesn't get it. It's not something that it's good at, and I'm not going to say that it's going to be forever. Someday it will, but right now, if you put any text in for it to recreate, it will just be a bunch of characters. It doesn't know how to read. So he made this comic strip be, what should I choose? And it says, I like graham crackers. Then he goes, oops, I ate the whole storage. I don't even know. So that's just this cute little creation that he made. What I did was I sent to his teacher the actual Mid-Journey graphics that were created along with this, and pictures of him all through creating it and how hooked he was, and just, his imagination runs wild. So with this, it's going to keep my mind very active for a very long time until the next thing comes along. I will tell you this, I have some cognitive issues. You're not going to see them right now. Once in a while you may hear me slur a word, or often, I don't know, but I forget words a lot, and sometimes some words will come in that I didn't even think of, but just they come into my mouth and they come out of my mouth. I can't remember words like I want to. The recall is not there anymore. Is it older age? Is it MS? I don't know. I will say that it has gotten more pronounced, and there are some physical things that are happening to me that I'm going to assume are due to MS, like especially my right hand, right? So you see the fingers are curling? No, I have to work on that a little bit. But because of that also, it's not that easy for me to draw. So using Mid-Journey is such a relief to me because I physically can't take the photographs like I used to love. Okay, I used to love taking photographs and really enjoying and being grateful for all of the things in my view that are so amazing, like a sunrise, a sunset, beautiful flowers, all the things that I'm so grateful for now. I was really grateful to be able to take a photograph, set up a tripod, use a DSLR, learn how to use the DSLR. Now that's just kind of out of the mix for me, just because I would completely drop my camera and my whole setup. But you know something? I had a long enjoyment of it. I had quite a few years of doing it until my son was born, and the end. So I don't do it anymore. And the best camera is the one that I have on me anyway, right? So I always got this camera, and I know how to use this one. I've taken a course on how to use this camera better and use the portrait mode and turn the camera upside down and get that, photo, the food photo. Now my son loves taking food photography also, and everything that I learn is a chance for me to carry it on. Like, I am grateful that I feel empowered to learn so many new things. Every day there's something I'm learning. But I also have a chance to share that knowledge with somebody else, that a little mini me, right, that wants to learn everything he can to wow people. And I think it's great that I have such a young kid who knows the things that he does, like Mid-Journey, and he knows about ChatGPT, and he understands the value of them, and he really knows that he's not going to use it on his homework because he's going to get a lot in trouble. He might get kicked out of school if he uses ChatGPT to do his homework. So we use tools to learn together and to make each other more efficient, and to spend our time doing the things that we love. So if it means that I can have some photographs created for me to have people sink their teeth into, a journal that they may not have thought of buying, with a cool statement, no mud, no lotus, that is my life, right? No mud, no lotus, no nothing, right? And I'm very happy to create this stuff. Very thankful and blessed for both ChatGPT, Mid-Journey, and all of the amazing people in my life that just inspire me to just become better and just make me want to keep learning. Because there's something that I can create that I never really thought of that I would love so much. Like coloring books. And I call them KDP coloring books because I really don't have to invest in any production. When I had my book before, I had to invest in a minimum amount for them to just create the book. I had to invest in an editor. I had to, spend the time doing all of the stuff that I did, transcribing, interviewing, transcribing, a lot of stuff. So this really saves my time and energy and lets me focus on you and share the stuff that you want to hear that's going to help you become the best version of you. And that's my goal. I really want to become a millionaire and a self-made person with passive income. Heck, I just want to be happy. I want to live my life, and I want to know that I can just keep going no matter what. Everybody's got a problem, right? Someone's got a bigger problem than you. I once cried because I had no shoes till I met a man with no feet. I always remember that. So again, look for the link below. It's an affiliate link, but it is a link to that course, and maybe it'll make you a rock star too. Anyway, thanks for listening, and I hope you have an awesome day. Take care.